Coming up tonight on 18 Eyewitness News.
Clearwater School District residents can learn more about Proposition Kids on Friday. Route T at Wapapello Dam is expected to be completed by the end of this year. And Perry County authorities are looking for a gang involved with robbery and fraud. All of these stories. And can we look forward to a wet weekend?
News, sports, weather. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins. Here's the top stories that we're working on this hour for you. Residents in the Clearwater R1 School District will have the opportunity to learn more about Proposition Kids Friday evening. School Board President Robert Gale says the district is hosting an informational meeting at the Patterson Community Center Friday evening at 7 o'clock.
They can come out and actually, get to see the architect's rendering of what the elementary school would look like. Because we're going to redo the front, naturally, since we're going to reroute the traffic and everything. And there's some preliminary plans too, and they'll get a chance to talk to several of us and the people from the steering committee and board members, and Blaine will all be there, so that would be a good chance for them to show up and actually get some face time with all of us.
Proposition Kids is a $3 million bond issue that will cover needed improvements at the high school, the middle school, and the elementary campus. Now, among the planned improvements are rerouting buses at the elementary school to reduce traffic congestion. Gale says the most important aspect of the bond issue is that it will not increase taxes. Voters in the Clearwater School District will go to the polls on April 3rd. And now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, everybody. Temperatures right now are in the 60s. Look at this, 65 up in St. Louis, Ironton, 67, 66 in Rolla, 63 here in Farmington, Fredericktown 64, 66 in Piedmont, and Marble Hill right now at 65 degrees. What's in store for your evening plans this evening? Partly sunny skies by 7 p.m., 61 degrees. By 9, we're starting to see those clouds increase throughout the evening, 58 degrees, 55 by midnight, with a chance of a thunderstorm. There's also a chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow morning at your bus stop with a temperature around 51 degrees. The chances of thunderstorms are great tomorrow. We'll give you all those details coming up later in weather.
A permanent road to replace a damaged section of Route T at Wapapello Dam should be completed by the end of the year. According to the Missouri Department of Transportation project manager Tim Redman, a channel crossing below the transition area will be built. Now, the new road will be parallel to the temporary crossing, with the vertical position of the road being improved. Richmond expects the project to go out for bid sometime in May.
The timeline is we hope to get open bids on May 28th. We're going to be meeting with the Corps of Engineers one last time here later this week to go over the plans and discuss the issues. But we hope to get something under contract in June. We'll get construction underway, have construction completed by the end of this year.
The estimated cost of the project is $1.7 million. Perry County authorities are looking for several men suspected of stealing payroll checks, then cashing them. Sheriff Gary Schaaf says his department is looking for several Hispanic males who apply for jobs, then return later to steal paychecks from the businesses. He adds that some of the suspects have also taken jobs to get a paycheck with a signature on it.
And take them back to a computer center they've set up someplace, and they'll print a number of checks, forge the signature, and go to a branch bank where this place does business. For instance, some of the ones that were in Perry County here that were taken, we have a bank here in Perryville, but they also have a branch in Cape. So they took them to the Cape branch.
Schaaf says his department has spoken to the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, as well as a number of other police organizations in the area. He believes the suspects are part of a larger criminal organization that has recently targeted this region of the country. The city of Perryville is looking for a new fire chief. City Administrator Brent Brock reports that the mayor and city council fired Charles LaRose as the city's fire chief at last Tuesday night's meeting. LaRose was allegedly among the group of city employees involved in selling city property for personal profit. Barack says the officials were also told that the investigation into the thefts is almost completed. The Iron Scorpions of the Unitech Career Center are off to the regional first robotics competition in St. Louis this weekend. Scorpions facility advisor Greg Nichols says Thursday is spent tweaking the robot and preparing it for competition.
Friday morning, what they call qualification rounds begin, and those run till Saturday around noon. And at the end of the qualification rounds, the top 8 seeds pick 2 more teams to set up an alliance, and those 8 alliances compete for the trophies and the prize at the end of the day.
The first robotics program was set up by Segway inventor Dean Carmen, and Nichols says Carmen wanted sportsmanship to be an integral part of the event.
He says, well, kids like sports, so let's make a game out of it. And one of his big things that he stresses in the program is what they call gracious professionalism, which is, everyone's trying to do the same thing, and yeah, it's competition, but it's fun because everybody helps everybody else out, and it's like, yeah, you win, but everybody wins.
The regional first robotics competition will be held at the Chaffetz Arena in St. Louis. The event is free and open to the public. Mineral Area College's 29th Annual Science Fair is set for Friday. Fair coordinator Nancy Peterson says students in grades 6 through 12 will set up their exhibits in the morning at the Seacrest Fieldhouse. Then judging follows until 2 o'clock. At that time, the public is invited in, and Nancy says she doesn't expect to see the same projects that you grew up with.
That was the kind of the day of the demo. With the volcano and that sort of thing is kind of past. These kids are really experimenting. They're really doing trials, and they're really analyzing data, and so it's real science is what they're doing.
The science fair categories are behavioral and social science, biology, chemistry, computer science, earth science, engineering, math, physics, and product testing. Nancy says the Science Fair Awards ceremony is scheduled at 3 p.m. Well, what do you do with a man who was hanged but his neck didn't break? That's the question that will be considered Saturday afternoon at the Bollinger County Museum of Natural History. Museum Administrator Patricia Welker says guest speaker Lyle Randolph will discuss the hanging of John Skaggs in Bloomfield back in 1870.
It was right after the Civil War, and tensions were still running pretty high in the areas between the North and the South, and a former Confederate general was shot and killed. A man was convicted of his murder, who he claimed his innocence, but he was convicted of his murder and sentenced to hang. Then things began to go wrong at the hanging.
Welker says the hanging and what happened afterwards made national headlines in its day. The discussion gets underway Saturday afternoon at 2 at the Bollinger County Museum of Natural History in Marble Hill.
And welcome back. Temperatures right now are in the 60s, 65 in St. Louis as well as in Marble Hill. Cape Girardeau right now at 63, 66 in Rolla, 64 here in Fredericktown, 66 in Piedmont, and Poplar Bluff right now at 65 degrees. Here at the station we have a temperature of 63 degrees under a partly sunny sky. Feels like 63 out there. It's not too bad out there right now. Current dew point at 51. Humidity at 64% with a southeast wind at about 6 miles per hour. What's in store for your day tomorrow? Well, more rain and thunderstorms are possible through central and southeast Missouri. That's going to be through at least Saturday, early Saturday, where we could see another chance of some rainfall here in southeast Missouri. Temperatures tonight are in the 50s, 53 up in St. Louis, 52 in Ironton, 50 here in Farmington and Fredericktown, 51 Marble Hill, as well as in Ellington, a little cooler down in Van Buren at 49 for your overnight low. So tonight, 50 degrees for your overnight low with some possible showers, maybe a rumble of thunder here and there. Southeast wind 5 to 10. Tomorrow we'll see a high of 65 degrees with some showers. Winds coming out of the south at 5 to 10. In the next several days, starting to look nice as we get out of this rain pattern on Saturday. We'll see rain early and then should start clearing out. We should see a high of 69 degrees. Sunday looking very nice, 72 with a partly sunny sky. Monday and Tuesday in the mid-70s with mostly sunny skies. And on Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms move back into the forecast with a high of 78. Cooling down in the 60s by Thursday with a partly sunny sky. Another check of our weekend forecast. We'll see a high of 69 on Saturday with some showers in the area. On Sunday, high of 72 with a partly sunny sky. Let's check out your storm tracker weather forecast. Fred, back to you.
This is 18 Eyewitness News Sports.
Manager Mike Matheny's pitching rotation for the first week and a half of the season is not completely filled out yet because he was hoping Chris Carpenter would be in it. But Carpenter will not be, and he might not be available for a while. So Matheny has named right-hander Kyle Loesch his starter for the first game April 4th in Miami. Matheny has also named right-hander Adam Wainwright, who won 20 games in 2010 before missing last season after elbow surgery, as his starter for the home opener against the Chicago Cubs on April 13th at Busch Stadium. The Blues continue their pursuit of the #1 spot in the NHL standings, playing the second night of back-to-back games in Los Angeles. The club is 1-2 against the Kings this season, winning 1-0 on February 3rd at Scott Trade Center after dropping the first two meetings. Brian Elliott is expected to get the nod in goal after Yaroslav Halak started Wednesday. Los Angeles has the longest winning streak in the NHL at 5 games, with wins over San Jose, Nashville, Anaheim, Detroit, and Chicago. The Blues will try and rebound after losing Wednesday night's game in the third period against the Ducks in Anaheim. And Jeff Fisher will not name a defensive coordinator to fill the void created by Greg Williams' suspension. Instead, it will be a group effort among Rams staff members. The NFL announced Wednesday that Williams had been suspended indefinitely for his role in the scandal while defensive coordinator in New Orleans from 2009 through 2011. At a minimum, Williams will miss the entire 2012 season without pay, and then league commissioner Roger Goodell will reevaluate his status. Fisher was non-committal when asked if Williams would return as coordinator if reinstated by the league.
Dustin, we've got some exciting news.
Well, tell us about it, Fred.
Just heard today that we're going to be, and it may have already happened, we may already have been lit up in Piedmont on Boycom cable down there. I had word today, confirmation that the station will be lit up by this time right now or by tomorrow morning. So folks in the Clearwater Lake area will now have it on their Boycom cable system down there as well.
Wow.
Yesterday we found out, or last week actually, that we were on Ellington and now Piedmont. So little by little we're making it across all of the communities here. So we're excited.
It's exciting.
You bet.
Yeah, why don't you tell them how others can get us too?
Yeah, we've had a lot of calls here at Channel 18 say, how can I get you? How can I get you? I'm on this cable system or that cable system. What you need to do is call your cable or satellite provider. Now, this is how you do it. The old saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. What that means, the more times you call, the more you ask about it, they're gonna want to go ahead and do it just to keep you from calling. So that's the best thing to do. Call your cable or satellite provider and tell them that you want KDKZ Channel 18, your local television station, on your provider, and that's how you do it.
All right. Sounds like we could be getting well south of here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's exciting to be able to go out and about and hear from other people on seeing us on TV and that type of thing, especially with this being a new TV station. It's
right.
Very exciting.
Yeah, we have really made a lot of inways and a lot of headways. We've been on the air about 90 days now, so really much greater expectation or things are happening than what we expected.
Right.
So we're very excited about that. So thank you. Keep calling and letting us know what you'd like to see here on Channel 18. It's kind of like items on a menu. If we don't have it on the menu, we can't offer it. So if you got a suggestion, call us, let us know.
Right.
Weather-wise, what's in store?
Weather-wise, we still have that chance of rain for the next couple of days. The weekend is looking a little bit wet at the beginning of the weekend. Yesterday at this time, we were saying that it looked pretty dry, but this front that's been moving through is still slowly moving through. So hopefully by Saturday afternoon, we can get rid of all the rain and enjoy some mild temperatures here in southeast Missouri. Sunday, however, is looking still pretty nice.
And the workday Monday, what's it look like?
The workday Monday, still sunny, temperatures in the 70s, so really can't complain.
Not bad weather at all. Thanks for watching tonight, folks, and join us again later for another newscast and tomorrow morning for our early morning edition of 18 Eyewitness News. Have a wonderful, blessed evening. God bless.
Have a good night, everybody. News Watch is next.